Hi guys, welcome to this week's Top Catch Top Tip. And this week we're going to look at the techniques we used when straylining for snapper in the shallows, just look like you saw us do in this week's episode as we fished the Surtees Boat Owners Comp out of Whakatane. Now the most important thing when you want to go straylining is to find a spot with lots of current, a bit of structure, duck into your local Top Catch store and get a big pile of burley and get a nice big burley trail. That way you'll attract the bait fish that then attract the predatory fish that you're trying to fish for. I like to use a bait running style of reel when I'm straylining. You can use other types of reel, but this is my personal favorite. In particular, the Shimano Tunnus 12,000. Why? Because it has this bait running function, which means that when I'm drifting a nice big bait down my burley trail, I can monitor the bites on my bait, and then once the fish picks up the bait and runs with it unopposed, I know that it's taken that big bait into its mouth. I can engage the bait runner function, drive the hooks home, and hopefully have a trophy snapper at the end of my line. I like to use nice big baits fished on nice big hooks. My favourite bait are these irresistible ballyhoo that you can find at your local Top Catch store. And as you can see, they're nice big baits, really durable, and when rigged up properly, are great for straylining. I like to run a 2-hook rig using VMC Shore Set 9-bar-0 hooks. I use 60 or 80 pound Shimano Osea fluorocarbon, really strong, good abrasion resistance, and quite invisible in the water. And on my reel, I'm running 15 kilo monofilament line. I like to use only mono when I'm straylining, mainly because it sinks a lot slower, and that way my bait has a lot more time to sink to that burley trail, giving it a better chance of being picked up by a fish. The rig I use is very simple to tie. I'm taking about 1.5 meters of fluorocarbon. I'm tying my first hook about 200 mil up from the end of the leader. I'm snelling it on the line. To tie a snell, I pass the leader through the front eye of the hook, down the back of the shaft. I pull about 200 mil of leader through. Then I take the top end of the leader and I loop it about 8 times down the shaft of the hook. Then I pass the leader up through the back of the eye, pull that tight. There you have one snelled hook. I attach the bottom hook using a 5-turn uni knot, and I attach the other end to my main line using another uni knot. To rig the ballyhoo, number of ways of doing it. My favourite way is to take the bottom hook, pass it down through the ballyhoo and bring it out through that tough gill plate. That means that the hook's got a nice strong part of the bait to hold on to. I then turn the bait over, put the hook up towards the tail, again passing it down towards the head of the fish, loop it back around. Once I'm happy with that hook placement, I then finish the bait with a simple half hitch around the tail to hold it all in place and to keep your bait nice and streamlined in the water. And there is my favourite straylining rig. Straylining is a really effective way of fishing, particularly at the change of light in the morning and in the evenings. All the gear you've seen here, the Shimano rod and reel combos, the VMC hooks, the Osea leader, and the delicious ballyhoo baits are all available at your local Top Catch store.